Going on, Jerome? So Minnesota fighting Vikings general manager Kwesi adofo-mensah just wrapped up his third draft in charge of the Vikes, and around the league, Kwesi, I'm sure, is seen as the Wall Street guy, the spreadsheet guy, the analytics guy. Actually, the Pythagorean theorem on that draft pick is blah 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 blah. All right, so that's how people around the league see Kwesi. Now, it's a departure from Prite Ricky Spielman, who was a scout and whatnot, just hoarded his 7th round picks and always traded down 17 bazillion times. And so far, through 2 drafts, I mean, Kwesi definitely was a big part of trading down, trade in division with the Lions, trade in division with the Packers, but Kwesi really established himself this draft and completely blew everyone away, making 3 trade-ups in the draft, secure J.J. McCarthy and Dallas Turner, and Kwesi evidently got that dog in him. That's right. Long story longer. So ESPN put together a draft tidbits little piece, little notebooks talking about things, and Kwesi definitely surprised a lot of people around the league. Vikings GM Kwesi kept the league guessing with his big day 1 trade. No, not to move up for J.J. McCarthy. Some people with Jacksonville were surprised when the Vikings looked to trade up from 23 into the teens, eventually swapping a sizable haul for Jacksonville's 17th pick, a 5th rounder, as well as 3rd and 4th round 2025, greatly diminishing Minnesota's draft a year from now. Sizable, diminishing, please. If the Lions have made this move, if the Chiefs have made this move, if the Niners have made this move, it'd be like, build a shrine to Brad Holmes and Brett Veach and John Lynch, respectively. Please. Adofo-mensah, with an analytical background, played to his reputation early in his tenure. The first 2 moves of his first 2 drafts were tradebacks, including a significant jump from 12 to 32 with division rival Detroit in 2022. But over the past 2 months, Adofo-mensah went all in to move up 3 times, twice while on the clock to secure McCarthy and Alabama pass rusher Dallas Turner. Quote, I had to think twice because, don't think twice, it's all right, because I had him pegged as a volume guy when it came to draft picks, said an AFC executive whose team had correspondence with the Vikings on draft. Correspondence? Like, dearest Prudence, are war wedges on? Please. Blah, 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 blah. It looks like he shifted his thinking to where the reality is it's hard to win without players you can build around, which I don't know. I feel like a lot of GMs around the league were just sort of blown away by Kwesi, because if you look at Kwesi's draft history, so yes, I mean, that 2022 draft, we'll call it a learning experience. And trading down 20 spots from 12 to 32, I know that the modern charts love it. I know that the old school, like Jimmy Johnson type charts hate it. But bottom line, you move down far without getting a future first rounder, which... Nah. Trading down with the Packers, I don't mind that at all. Picked up 2 second rounders for the cost of 1, and then he did have a small trade up with the Colts to get to 42 for Andrew Booth Jr. Then also had a small trade down later on with the Raiders. 2023, so the Vikings generally stood pat. So they took Addison, and then they made a trade down from 87 to acquire 3 picks with the Niners. They traded down with the Chiefs to get a future 5th, and then they made a small trade up with the Colts again in 2023, picking up Jaquelin Roy in the 5th round. And then 2024 came around, and Kwesi went after, man. So the pre-draft trade with by the way, all these draft day trades are with draft picks. So we're not talking about they swapped a 7th for Jalen Reagor. Nah, I ain't talking about that. But moving aggressively to get the Texans' first round pick, giving up 42, 188, and a future 2nd. So that was already out of character, and a lot of people saw that as like, hey, he's gathering ammunition to move up into the top 3, which certainly was an option. And that's what I love about Kwesi's moves, because he gave himself options. And then he made the small move up with the Jets to box out stupid-ass Sean Payton to get J.J. McCarthy, and then the move up to Jacksonville from 23 to 17. Yes, he gave up 167. Yes, he gave up a future 3rd and 4th, but also at the end of the day, who cares? I mean, you end up with Dallas Turner, you end up with J.J. McCarthy with these 3 trade-ups, and I kind of like it, because at the end of the day, hey, volume is great. Volume is great. I mean, Spielman was very famous for eventually ending up with 10, 12, 14 picks, especially all in the 7th round. I get that, but Kwesi definitely got that dog in him. Like, Kwesi definitely threw all of the preconceived notions about him aside and was aggressive and got after. It's like, oh, did he pay too much? bottom line, if McCarthy is him and Dallas Turner is the guy, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Kwesi, completely shaking things up, going against type, and getting aggressive in the 2024 draft. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.